listening to the Health, Tech, and Wellness Podcast, where we cut through the noise and get straight to what really works for real people. This is more than just losing weight. It's about gaining life and doing the things you never thought you could do, building lasting confidence and creating a body and mind you truly love. I'm your host, John Adams. I've spent years refining a sustainable plan that's realistic, balanced, and proven to work. And I'm on a mission to pay it forward by sharing what I've learned to help you build the life you truly deserve. Welcome to the debut episode of the Health, Tech, and Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, John Adams. And before we dive into today's topic, let me take a quick moment and introduce myself and share why I'm starting this podcast and why you might just want to stick around. Just a few years ago, at my heaviest, I weighed 311 pounds. My blood pressure was through the roof. My A1C was 13.4. Yep, that's diabetes on steroids. And I felt like I was stuck in a cycle of yo-yo dieting that I couldn't escape. I tried every fad diet out there my entire life. Keto, paleo, intermittent fasting, you name it, I tried them all. And sure, I lost weight with some of them, but I always gained it all back. And usually a whole lot more. It was so exhausting. But here's the thing, I didn't give up. I discovered a way to eat and live sustainably, healthy, and most importantly, realistic. I call it the 95-5 lifestyle. Let me be completely transparent. I did not invent this, but over the last 2 years, I perfected it. It's not a diet, it's a way of life. Today, I'm 200 pounds and counting. My A1C is down to a healthy 5.5, and I've maintained my weight loss while enjoying the foods I love. No gimmicks, no starvation, and no shots. Just balance, consistency, and understanding what really works. Now, that's why I'm hosting this podcast. I've been there. I've struggled, I've failed, and I've learned the hard way, all until I perfected this plan that I live by today. I'm here to pay it forward. I want to pay forward what I've learned and what was given to me that truly saved my life. Now, we're going to cut through the noise of all those fad diets and wellness trends, and I want to help you achieve real, lasting results. My goal is to empower you to make informed decisions for your health and wellness while building a community of support along the way. This podcast is about more than just weight loss. It's about total wellness. We're going to dive deep into how to create healthy, balanced lifestyles, including mental health. Because let's face it, guys, you can't have one without the other. And as a tech nerd at heart, I'm also going to bring in some of the coolest tech tips and tools that kind of make staying healthy and balanced a little easier and maybe just a little more fun. Before we get started, let me warn you. If you're here looking for the next fad diet, you're in the wrong place. I don't want to lose you. Stick around if you want, but you're in the wrong place. Because over the next few episodes, we're going to tackle some of those top fad diets that are all making waves right now. And I'm going to break them down. I'm going to break down the pros. I'm going to break down the cons. And most importantly, why I believe the 95-5 lifestyle is healthier, more sustainable, and the choice for long-term success. Now, today we're starting with one of the most talked about diets of our time, keto. So let's dive in. First, let's talk about what the keto diet is and why it's so popular. At its core, the keto diet's a low-carb, high-fat eating plan. The goal is to reduce carbohydrates intake so drastically that your body shifts into a state called ketosis. In ketosis, your body begins to burn fat for energy instead of carbs. It can lead to rapid weight loss. Who doesn't want that, right? So here's why it works. When you cut carbs, your body depletes glycogen. That basically is the sugar stored in your muscles and your liver. Now, once those stores are used up, your body turns to burn fat for fuel. It's going to produce these molecules called ketones. Ketones become your main source of energy. This process not only burns fat, but it can suppress the appetite for many people. And let's face it, who doesn't want to eat less without feeling like you're starving? Now, see, guys, I told you, I'm going to give you the pros. Okay? The keto diet has its share of benefits. Rapid weight loss is the biggest one. But many people also report having blood sugar levels that reduce insulin resistance. Wow. Okay, I said my A1C was through the roof. I wonder if keto would have helped me. No. Let me continue. Additionally, some research suggests that ketosis may enhance brain function and provide more stable energy levels throughout the day. Man, I keep telling you all these great things. You guys are probably going, is he selling me on keto? Just follow along, guys. Follow along. I said I'm going to give you the pros and the cons. Now, all that sounds fantastic on the surface. But as with any diet, here's the catch. Okay? This is where you're going to get into the risks and the drawbacks of keto. According to most health studies, one of the first challenges people encounter with keto is the infamous keto flu. OMG. The keto flu is the worst. I don't want to compare it to any other disease out there, but I felt like I was going to die. Symptoms are like headaches, dizziness, fatigue, nausea, constipation. If they call it the keto flu because it feels like you're just in a miserable flu. This is also often due to dehydration. You don't take in enough electrolytes. You really got to drink a lot of water on the keto diet. You should be drinking water with every weight loss plan or just in general, but you got to drink a lot on the keto diet. I'm just going to tell you. Okay, now, other significant concerns, it can definitely impact your heart health. The keto diet often involves consuming high amounts of saturated fats, which can raise levels of LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol. While it might lower triglycerides, it can still pose risks to your heart. Harvard Health points this out, and it's definitely something to consider. Now, let's not forget about the digestive health. The keto diet is notoriously low in fiber because it restricts whole grains and many fruits. Fruits have sugar, sugar's carbs, you can't have it. Whole grains, don't touch bread. All of these things. So guess what? Your gut health, throw it out the window. You're going to lose a bunch of weight, but throw it out the window. This can lead to constipation and other gastrointestinal issues. On top of that, you're limiting a lot of your nutrient-rich foods, which can lead to deficiencies in essential vitamins and minerals over time. Bone health is another area of concern. Studies suggest that the keto diet may negatively impact bone density, increasing the risk of fractures. So if you're someone who's already at risk of osteoporosis, this is definitely something you don't want to do. On top of all of this, how many of you truly think, and be honest with yourself, how many of you truly think you can live keto the rest of your life? Now, this is where the problem lies with all fad diets. Let's just say you throw out all the other health concerns with keto, throw them all out the window. Can you live the rest of your life keto? I'm going to be honest. There's no way I could. Go back to my 15-day, 15-video challenge on YouTube. You're going to see an episode where I'm talking about how we were all raised on the American Standard Diet. And the very bottom of that pyramid is grains, breads. We weren't raised keto. Could you imagine never having a fruit again for the rest of your life? So now, this is why fad diets don't work. If you can't do it for the rest of your life, what do you do next? Diets are all or nothing. That's the problem. My way of life, the 95-5 lifestyle, is not all or nothing. You're going to be all in, and then when you can't, you're still going to make good choices, but you're going to enjoy that 5%. So, where does the 95-5 lifestyle come in? With this approach, you're not eliminating entire food groups or depriving yourself of the foods you love. Instead, you're focusing on eating clean, whole foods 95% of the time, while allowing yourself the freedom to enjoy your favorite treats 5% of the time. It's not about restrictions. It's about balance and sustainability. And let me tell you, that's the secret to long-term success. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I actually make this work in real life? Let's talk mindset. The first step is shifting how you think about food. Instead of labeling food as good or bad, think of them as tools. Clean whole foods are the foundation to give your body the nutrients that you need to live and survive and keep you full longer. Now, your favorite treats, those are the sprinkles on top. They're there to be enjoyed in moderation and not feared. They're there for when life happens. You're at a party. You're on a cruise. You're on vacation. You're at a work event. You can't avoid it. Enjoy them. Try to, go for the healthiest choices you can while you're there. But enjoy those things. Savor them. Okay? The key here is planning ahead and being intentional. When 95% of your meals are nutrient dense and satisfying, those occasional indulgences won't throw you off track. And that's where the magic happens. You stop feeling like you're on a diet. You're simply living a healthy lifestyle that feels good and works for you. That's how you stick to it for long haul. It's also about learning to listen to your body. When you're eating clean most of the time, you'll start to notice how much better you feel. More energy, better sleep, improved mood, and you're going to notice you won't feel hungry all the time because your body's getting the vitamins and minerals that it's craving. Now, when you do enjoy that 5%, savor it. You'll savor it even more. Just feel it, taste it, enjoy it, because you'll know it's part of your plan, and it's not a slip up. It's not a failure. It's freedom without chaos and structure without rigidity. One more thing. Mindset doesn't just apply to food. It's about approaching this entire lifestyle with curiosity, patience, and willingness to learn. You're not going to be perfect. And guess what? You don't have to be. That's the beauty of the 95-5 lifestyle. It's designed to be forgiving, adaptable, and realistic for real life. No more guilt. No more starting over every Monday. Just consistent progress towards a healthier, happier you. All right, so let's talk about how to actually start living 95-5. Here's the thing. This isn't about diving headfirst into completely new way of eating overnight. It's about taking slow, intentional steps to make sustainable changes. Let's start small and build consistent over time. Take a look at your current eating habits. What's one thing you could cut back on without feeling completely deprived? And I'm not saying cut out, cut back on. Maybe it's soda. Maybe it's processed snacks. Maybe it's those sugary coffee drinks. You go to Starbucks every day. So start by cutting back on just that one thing. For example, if you drink 3 pops a day, aim for 2 for the first week. Then on the next week, aim for 1. You don't need to go cold turkey. Progress is what you're after. Once you've got the first change under your belt, add in another. Maybe this time it's swapping out a processed breakfast for something simple but nutritious, like scrambled eggs with veggies or something made with real whole ingredients. The idea is to keep layering small, manageable changes that become habits. Here's the real kicker. As you make these changes, don't worry about getting to 100% clean eating right away. Start at 50%, then move to 70%, then 80%, then 85%. Then if you want to even go another baby step, go 90%. And eventually you'll hit that sweet spot of 95%. By building this gradually, you're creating habits that will last. Let's be honest. Consistency is the secret weapon here. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. And don't forget about that 5%. It's there for a reason. It gives you the freedom to enjoy the things you love without guilt or stress. This isn't about being rigid. It's about balance. Allowing yourself that flexibility makes it easier to stick with the 95%. Starting slow and being methodical is the foundation of the 95-5 lifestyle. Think of it as a marathon, not a sprint. When you focus on building consistency, you're setting yourself up for real, lasting success. And trust me, once you start feeling the benefits, more energy, better sleep, and fewer cravings, you're going to wonder why you didn't start this sooner. Now, thank you for listening to the first episode of the Health, Tech, and Wellness podcast. I hope you found value in what I have to talk about. If you did, hit that follow button, share this episode with a friend, and remember, this isn't just about weight loss. It's about creating a healthier, happier you. As always, stay healthy, stay balanced, keep driving forward, and I'll see you next time.